talk ourselves into things. And even when the product is screaming at us like, hey baby girl, I'm not made for you, we're like, okay, but like, what if it's raining on a Tuesday and I lost a shoe and my pet turtle needs to go to the doctor and I spin around 5 times? Like, I think then I think then this could work. I should pay $30 for this concealer. Hey Odies, and welcome to Clove Room. And welcome to Clovemas. Happy Clovemas. Merry Clovemas. I am so excited to do this day's video because it is my first ever, but certainly not last. They don't know that, I'm just saying that. Certainly not last collab with the fabulous, iconic, my good friend, Hope Mess Tom. I know. What business do I have collabing with the world's hottest beauty YouTuber of the moment? But here we are. And yes, today's video is a collab with my good friend Tom. And we are each going to be chatting about 5 products that we regret purchasing. Now, this content I feel like lines up with both of our channels pretty well. We're both very much into conscious consumerism, telling you not to buy things, telling you you don't need that, talking about our own past experiences with overbuying, overshopping, overspending, and how they can maybe help you. So Tom came up with this collab idea and I thought it was a fab one. I am so excited to do it, so excited to share my products. I know most of y'all follow Tom. It feels silly to pitch Tom to most of you. Although I do know I have some friends who watch the channel who aren't as into beauty YouTube. So if you are a fan of what I do, there's just certainly no way you will not be a fan of what's going on over in Hope Messburg up in Pennsylvania. Hope Messburg. Sure, let's go with that. Tom's just like the best person, like just the best person. I just like adore their content. I adore how they approach their channel. I adore how careful they are in what they say and what they feature on their channel and what they review, what they say in those reviews. And they just have so much, I mean, this year especially, they've really just come into their own and like produced incredible content. I'm almost jealous if you haven't discovered Tom yet, because you have a channel of such wonderful, special, unique videos that you can now go binge. On a personal note, Tom is just like really, I mean, I'm not that far into my YouTube career, and I wouldn't want to say that they are the reason that I have all my subscribers or anything, but they've just done so much to help me, like truly. And it was just out of the kindness of their hearts. I always say that you can tell when somebody's like a deeply great person when they're doing favors, not so that they can get favors back, but just because they're a nice person. And that's Tom. Tom, when I had less than 50 subscribers, would send me voice memos if I had any questions about setting up YouTube stuff. Has just given me advice throughout all of this, has shouted me out several times. I know there's probably half, if not more, of my subscribers have come from Tom's shout outs, either on their channel or on their community tab. And I'm just very grateful for Tom. And even more than that, even more than them helping me with YouTube, it's been even more rewarding to be their friend. It's funny because sometimes I will pause their videos while I'm on break at work, because we'll be texting and I get a voice memo from them. And I'm like, it's almost like having my own personal Hope Mess Tom podcast, which is incredible. I mean, we have each other's phone numbers, like we're that kind of friends. And I am very excited to meet them next year. We don't have any solid plans, but I know in my heart it's going to happen, and we're gonna link up next year. Hope Mess Room coming at you next year. And to all the new Hodies here, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you giving me a chance. Give this video a like if you do end up enjoying it. Like I said, I do similar, not the same, but similar content to Tom. Really try to document my journey with conscious consumerism. I'm in a no-buy right now. This is my 4th month in a 4-month no-buy. So I'm both at the end of a no-buy project and about to figure out what sort of structure I want in my beauty spending next year. I'm not sure it's going to be like an official no buy or low buy, but I will be talking through that process on my channel. I also like to talk a lot about my gender identity. I identify as non-binary trans femme, and my love of beauty is very much informed by being non-binary, by being gender non-conforming. So that's something I discuss a lot on my channel too. Also hoping to do more pop culture videos. I just did an Alanis Morissette collab with my good friend Ivy over at Face Forward. So there's a good amount of content for you to watch. I'm still a pretty young channel. I've been posting a lot more because I'm doing Clovemas, my little version of Vlogmas, 12 days of Clovemas. And there's gonna be a lot more in the new year because I'm really committing to being the world's best speedy YouTuber. So if you want to subscribe, I mean, I would love for you to subscribe. Totally cool if you need a video or two, though I do hope you will give me a chance though. But again, I know, it's scary. I don't really like new people that much either. But now we're gonna get into 5 products that I am not as wild about, that I do not like as much as Tom, as I adore Tom. I don't like any piece of makeup as much as I like Tom, because makeup is makeup and people are people, right? But when I was coming up with this list, I didn't want to just like make it like 5 products that I hated the most, or like my 5 least favorite makeup products I've ever tried, because not all of those are regrets. How I'm thinking about this is trying to showcase the different type of ways that you regret buying makeup when you are a beauty lover. And I really think this can happen in so many different ways. So the 5 products I picked, 2 of them are not in my collection anymore. 3 of them are actually still in my collection, which I think is interesting. I did just do a massive declutter. If you haven't watched my channel before, if you want to go watch that one. If you have seen my channel before, that's probably the video you saw because that's my most popular video. So I wanted each of these products to be kind of a different case study in why you regret, or why you may end up regret buying a makeup product. Because sometimes, as we will see, I don't think it's even just because a product is bad or wasn't meant for you, it just wasn't the right time to buy it. So let's go ahead and get into my 5 regrets. Number 1 is the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I have it in the shade 2 Fair Light. I do think they expanded the shade range, which is good because this was the second lightest shade and it is much too dark for me now. It's almost too dark for me in the summer, honestly, but I do get a little bit more tan in the summer, so this works a little bit better as like a skin tint product on me, or complexion highlighter, whatever you want to call it. This is one of those multi-use, very much duping Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter product, and it's nice. It's a really, really lovely product. I like it just as much as the Charlotte Tilbury product. I have that product as well. And I really enjoyed it. I used it a good amount, and I just put it out of my collection for, or not out of my collection, but I put it in storage for now because it's just, the shade is like way too dark for my winter shade. Now, why would I regret buying this product? It's affordable. It did not break the bank at all, and it's something I really like. I love a dewy base. I love a multi-use highlighting product. These are all my favorite things. Why is it a regret? And that is because I already had the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, and not just that, at the time, this is now out of my collection. I also owned the Auric Glow Lust, which is a product I really enjoyed, which is I had that in the shade Selenite, which is a pretty similar shade to 2 from e.l.f. Halo Glow. And I had both of those products. At the time, I was not close to being done with either of them. Now I'm almost done with my Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I have decluttered the Glow Lust. However, it just was not the right time to buy it. And in my head, I was maybe like, oh, I can make content. Or I was really just curious. I wanted to know if e.l.f. had duped Charlotte Tilbury. However, this was like a month at least after it came out. And they had done it. Like, I think the consensus from the community, from people I trusted, was that yeah, it's like pretty much identical. There's like maybe some nuanced differences if you really want to go side by side. But if you don't want to have to pay the Charlotte Tilbury price for the Hollywood Flawless Filter, you don't have to anymore. You have a readily available, at least American drugstore dupe. And so there was nothing I was going to add to this conversation. And honestly, I didn't want to. I don't do a lot of reviews on this channel. It's just not something I enjoy that much. I may play around with it more next year by doing a little bit more reviews, but that's not something I want to really be the primary focus of my channel at all. So the content creator excuse doesn't work here. I was, again, not done with my Hollywood Flawless Filter or my Glow Lust, and there was just, it didn't matter if this, it didn't matter in my opinion. Some of y'all may disagree, but for where I am now with purchasing makeup and how I want my collection to be, even if this was better, I should not have bought it. Because I had 2 products that were the same exact thing, basically, that I really enjoyed, that I really liked. And when you make purchases like this, They're almost too perfect of purchases because you're like, I know this was designed with me in mind. This is a brand I like because I historically get along with e.l.f. products. The price is right. Like, these are all the things. Like, and it feels like I should buy this because it's meant for me. But you're not looking at all the information, right? You're not being like, well, okay, technically this might be a good purchase for me. But when you already own two similar products, it becomes maybe not the perfect purchase for you. It's too perfect because you already have enough of it. That's one of the ways I really got stuck in some negative buying habits, was being like, oh, I should buy everything that I'll love. There's so much makeup out there that I'm sure is fabulous. I'm sure I would get a lot of use of, that I would pan, that I would use. But if I buy all of it, I'll never pan any of it. It'll all just be barely used in my collection. And some people enjoy that. Some people enjoy having larger beauty collections. Some people love to open a robust cabinet of objects and be like, I love that you're all here supporting me through my journey. And that's great. I have just figured out in the last year, I don't like that. I like everything to get used. I like everything to be in really regular, heavy rotation. And buying this when I did was not helpful. Now, maybe if I'd waited and used my Hollywood Flawless filter up first, then would have been a good time to buy it. I would buy this product if I used up my Hollywood Flawless filter and I wanted to buy a similar product. I have another one in mind that I think I want to buy when I do use up my Flawless filter. Because by the time I use that one up, I still will need a lighter shade than this. And this is the type of product that I love again. But sometimes you've just got to make yourself wait. And it sucks. Because we want to buy the cool new thing. We want to we want to be part of something, right? Like, that's a big part of being in the beauty community. You want to be part of the conversation. You want to be part of what people are talking about. However, it's just, sometimes you have to hold yourself and be like, I know it's alluring. I know it seems perfect for you, but you gotta wait. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. The next product is also a product I wish I had waited or at least thought about more. And that is the Natasha Denona Yucca palette. I like it. I quite enjoy this palette. I am missing a couple shades, and actually one's on my eye right now because I used two of them in my Jagged Little palette, which I mentioned earlier, my collab with Ivy. And the shimmers in here are a gorgeous formula. The matte formula is nice. I don't know if these tones are really for me. For some people, like I know one of my other good friends, Colin, they adore this palette because it is basically made for their skin tone. And it's a perfect neutral palette for them. For me, not so much. And again, that's not the palette's fault. I don't think it's a bad palette. I think it's a good palette. So the shimmers are really special and lovely. I like having it in my collection. When I did my really big declutter, this did not get decluttered. I also like that I can use it as singles. So as I get more into indie shadows and building my own palettes, this is a really nice thing to have. And so again, why do I regret buying it? I regret buying it because I did not wait. I think new releases and being so intertwined in the beauty community can be tricky because I wanted this palette when I bought it, and I bought it with a gift card. So actually I didn't even technically pay for it. However, I could have bought, I think, something even better and more useful for me personally with the gift card. And I even said this when I bought it. I bought this because I wanted to be part of the moment. Because this palette, at least in my corner of the beauty internet and the interwebs, all my friends, or not all my friends, but a lot of my friends were buying this, like, from the jump, from the release. Like, we were not waiting. We were just like, yes, I want it. Like, people were very excited about this color story. I almost called it a grungy color story, but Colin, I'm not calling it a grungy color story. Because Colin is now coming for us who overuse the word grungy, which is fair, as they should, because I think a lot of us overuse it when it comes to eyeshadow. But it was a more desaturated olive tone color story that I think people were really excited for, and rightfully so. And when I saw the palette, I was like, that's really nice. I don't know if that's perfect for me, but I saw my friends starting to get it. I saw my friends starting to use it. I saw how beautiful the swatches were of this exciting new formula from Natasha Denona. And I was like, I kind of just want to be in on it. It's like when you were in high school and everyone started to wear Abercrombie jeans and you're like, I don't even know if I like those Abercrombie jeans, but Mom, I'm begging you for a pair of Abercrombie jeans because I just want to be part of it. And I mean, like, I feel like I got what I needed out of the moment. I got to do looks with this. I got to be like, wow, the shade Plantasia really is as pretty as everyone's saying, etc., etc. So it was fun in the moment. But as I reflect on it and as it lives in my collection, again, it's not even like, I am happy to have this palette. I'm going to get use out of it. I got use out of it today. I used Elysian as a part of this look, as part of this jagged little palette look. And it is beautiful. It's a beautiful shade. It performs really nicely. It's just, it almost just feels funny and like it's a misfit in my collection, because I'm like, that's really not where I am with eyeshadow now. Like, there are other things I could have spent that Sephora gift card on that feel more like me, that are maybe more neutral or more lavender purple. And I just sort of wish I had bought something else with my gift card at the time. Again, it's not a crazy, like, I'm going to declutter this regret, but it's just something I want to keep in mind as I'm designing the structure or project I'm going to do with my beauty spending next year, is how... Because sometimes it is just fun to buy new releases that are perfect for you and you have the budget for and everything, the stars align, and you want to like receive that stars align moment. And it's tricky because as I want to grow my channel, I know that buying new releases and reviewing them is a surefire way to get subscribers. Although I'm also weighing that with the fact I don't really want to do a lot of reviews, especially new releases reviews on my channel. But that's a discussion for another time. Thing I'm thinking a lot about in that, do I need to have rules or just be hyper aware of not buying things just because they're hyped up new releases. Next is another product I quite like, and that is the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blushes. And these are really pretty. They're like kind of a high shine, hybrid blush highlighter. I almost think of them more as like highlighter blush toppers. I have this really pinky shade, Shimmery Rose, and then this really special shade that's like a purple, like sort of like a cool toned purple blush, and it's Goldie Cassis. This shade I think is really, really stunning and like quite special for a drugstore. I think these are like $6 product. I think this is really special. And I really love using these. I really love layering these with my cream blushes. I love a powder highlighter look, and these kind of give you that. It's just a beautiful glow, great for layering, blend out really nicely. Longevity isn't the best, but they're $6. Great tones. So what's the issue? My regret with buying these is that I bought two. And it was pretty soon before my no buy that I'm on right now. So it's probably in August. And I was kind of panic buying a little bit because I was like, I think I'm going to want like a really shimmery blush. A powder blush, because I don't have that, and I feel like I need it. I don't know why I thought that. I don't even remember why, but I felt like it was important. And this was really the shade I wanted, because this is the shade I was excited for. This really beautiful purple. I thought this was going to be perfect for fall and winter, which it is. It's a gorgeous shade. I really do like the formula. But for some reason, I couldn't just buy this one. I had to buy two. And this one I barely use. I've maybe used it like less than 5 times, which is not how I want my collection to go. It may be a product I need to declutter eventually. I didn't during my declutter because I was like, well, I do like that product, and I haven't had it in the spring and summer. So maybe when the spring and summer rolls around, this is something I'm going to get more use out of. I'm going to let myself explore that and not declutter it at the moment. But, and this is kind of something I hear Tom talk about a lot too. It's just so rare you need 2 shades of something. It's so rare. If something seems like it's the perfect shade, and even at the time I bought this, I was like, this seems like the perfect shade for what I want right now and what I need. But because I was a bit panic buying, and I knew I wasn't going to, if I loved it so much that I had... Oh! Okay. Shockingly, she is okay. She's like, you may be talking shit about me, but yet I rise. Yet I rise. Okay, where was I? Even though I know this, I'm like flushed now. Oh my god, because I feel bad, baby girl. I will continue to talk about you though. I just wouldn't let this be the perfect shade. I just had to have one more because I wasn't going to be able to buy one more if I really wanted one more later. And now I'm stuck with this kind of because again, I like it and I think I could use it down the road when the weather gets hotter and my preferences change. But it's just sometimes you just need to buy one. Just buy one. Even if you think it's a perfect formula. Even if you already have one that you adore and you're like, I just want to experience this more. I just want more of this. I want more. I just want it in a different flavor because it'll be even better if I have more. And then you get it and you're like, I do really love the shade that was already perfect for me. But now I have this other shade that I like, but it's not perfect for me and I'm not going to use as much. And it's just so rare that we need more than one shade of something. And I just did not need both of these. I really just wanted this one. I should have just bought this one. And this is a huge regret. So the last two products I want to talk about are two products I did end up decluttering in my big collection declutter. So the Saie Hydrabeam Concealer, I love this concealer. It's a gorgeous formula. It's like blurring, matte, doesn't have a lot of coverage, but just enough. Great to wear around the face. I like the packaging. It's beautiful. However, from the jump with this product, I swatched all the shades in Sephora, and this was definitely an impulse buy because I was in Sephora and I was feeling sad and I bought a bunch of makeup that I did not really need. But I was swatching all the shades, and when Saie, I think the concealer shade range is still not great from Saie, and I don't think shade ranges are Saie's strong suit. But when Saie launched this concealer, it had a really bad shade range. It had a horrible shade range. And the jump between 1 and, I think, 2 was significant. And all the jumps between, like, it was just one of those shade ranges where it's like, I don't think anyone has a shade in this concealer. Like, you have impressively discluded everyone. Like, congrats. And I think they expanded it shortly thereafter, but it still isn't great. And also, like, you're a brand in Sephora, if you're gonna launch concealer, maybe just like get it right the first time. And I swatched them and I was like, oh, I don't have a shade in this. Because the shade 1, which is the one I ended up buying, so fair, way too light for me. Even at this point, like where I am with my winter pale skin, it would still be way too brightening on me. And I don't like a bright under eye. I don't think it looks good on me. I'm not a fan. And that especially, it's like a hyper highlighting bright under eye on me. It is not my shade. Not only that, it's basically like pink. It's like the brightest pink you have ever seen in your life. Which again, can be right for somebody and somebody's preferences. For mine, is the exact opposite of what I want in a concealer. And then there's the shade 2, and that one was way too dark for me to especially use as a concealer, but even as a complexion product, it was just way too dark. So I didn't have a shade in this concealer. Like, I was, like, and I knew that. Even in the terrible Sephora lighting, I was like, well, neither of these are my shade. And yet I bought one. and that's why I ended up decluttering it recently, which is so annoying, because, it might have been the sale. I don't remember if it was Sephora. It doesn't matter. Like, I paid a lot of money for that concealer, and I went in knowing it wasn't right for me. And I still don't know why I did that, and I think it was just because I like Saie so much as a brand, and I just wanted more Saie, and I wanted another concealer, and I just wanted to self-soothe. And I was like, it's fine. It's fine. I'll mix it with other things. I'll use it to brighten my face when my complexion product is too dark. It'll be great to mix. Or, like sometimes I am really fair. Maybe it won't be as light as I think it'll be. Like I truly went in knowing this was wrong for me. The situations I just described, all the situations that this was going to be helpful in, are never situations I run into. I don't ever need an eye brightener because I don't like highlighting my under eyes. I just think it looks awful on me personally. I don't understand why sometimes, and I don't think I'm the only one who do this, we like convince ourselves to spend money for products that aren't ideal. Like, we talk ourselves into things, and even when the product is screaming at us like, hey baby girl, I'm not made for you, we're like, okay, but like, what if it's raining on a Tuesday and I lost a shoe and my pet turtle needs to go to the doctor and I spin around 5 times? Like, I think then I think then this could work. I should pay $30 for this concealer. That is what I should do. And that was me when I bought that. And then the last product I'm going to talk about is just a case of this product sucked. It was a bit of an impulse purchase, but it's something that really should have worked for me, and it's something I really don't have a lot in my collection, like a nice neutral brown lip oil gloss type thing. So I don't even feel that bad about buying it, but this is just one, I wanted to include one, that is a horrible, terrible, no good product. And that is the horrible Rare Beauty lip oil, and I had the shade Honesty. which according to them is a neutral brown. According to me, it's neutral brown when you swatch it, but when it leaves the stain, because the Rare Beauty lip oils are very Asian beauty inspired, where it's an oil at first, but then when it fades away, it leaves a stain on your lips. The stain it leaves is a bright pink. So I think it's some pH magic, which isn't so magical. It leaves it, like, it made my lips bright pink. Not only that, I truly think this product was designed to dry out your lips. Not even like a side effect of drying, not even, oh, like I just didn't moisturize enough before putting it on. I would put this product on with moisturized, not at all dry lips, and it would find a way. It would find a way. I truly think Selena Gomez wants us to have dry lips. Like, I don't know what else the answer, like, I don't know what other answer there could be, because it was so intensely drying. Not only that, when you would apply it, like I mentioned earlier, it leaves a stain. Never was that stain even close to being even. It was patchy, the patch down, patchy, patches from Saddle Club, the house down, boots patchy. Like, it was so patchy. It was impossibly patchy. Again, it was almost inspiring how drying and patchy it was. Like, wow, y'all couldn't have released a worse product if you tried. And because it's Rare Beauty, and Rare Beauty always, I think, does PR and marketing well, it went, you know, there was a lot of hype around it. There was a lot of people saying, oh my god, you gotta try the new Rare Beauty lip oils. You actually, if you see them and you're with your child, I would push your child away. If you're with a loved one, make sure they don't get too close. I wouldn't even swatch these, because I think there's some magic where they could end up hurting you even if you swatch them. Just a bad product. And I truly, like, it's, I never say this, because I usually am like, even if I don't like a product, there's somebody out there who will like this product. If you like dry and patchy lips, you will like this product. That's the only person. And if somebody's like, I love the Rare Beauty lip oils, just know it's because they like torturing their lips. Because I cannot even believe there's a person who genuinely likes that product. It is top 5 worst makeup products I've ever tried, bar none. And that's it for this video. This was a lot of fun. Thank you, Tom, for asking me to collab and coming up with such a great idea. I love you. I adore you. Go subscribe to Tom if you haven't yet. If you did end up enjoying this video and you haven't subscribed to me yet, I hope I proved my worth to you. But if not, I would encourage you to go watch another video to check out my vibe. Again, I have that declutter. I have that jacket little palette video that I'm really proud of. I also created a beauty tag for Cloveness with my friend Colin, who I previously mentioned from Queer Bones, called the Gender Euphoria Beauty Tag. Really proud of that. I just feel really special that I got to do 3 such special collabs with such special people this Cloveness. It makes me very appreciative and grateful for this beautiful community I've been able to create and be a part of. It fulfills a lot of love for beauty in my heart and has just made a lot of things that have been happening in my life recently a lot easier. Thank y'all for being here. Let me know your makeup regrets. Did what I say resonate with you? Are there any other ways that you've regretted buying a product? Please let me know. Happy Clovemas and happy or merry any other holidays that you may or may not be celebrating. I hope you're taking care of yourself this time of year. It can be hard. I know I am not having the easiest holiday season, but doing Clovemas, doing the work I'm doing on this channel is making it a lot better, and talking to y'all in the comments is always really fun as well. So thank y'all so much for being here. Bye, y'all.